are some things that I think are gender specific. Oh, there are some things that. Hi guys, it's PS Love Jess of preeminentsoul.com, and today is the sixth, I think, video in the My Business Journey series, me chronicling my journey as a new business owner, a small business owner and entrepreneur. And today I'm going to talk with you all about how I maintain some semblance of Jessica and my sanity as a full-time mom, wife, employee, educator, and someone running a small business. So all of those things do feel like a lot. And I think if you hear them out loud, they feel very overwhelming. But philosophically, I don't look at or approach things that way. So the first way that I kind of am able to maintain all of that and still be Jessica and be consistently who I am without kind of interruption or disruption is I take things for what they are. And this is a trait that I have had probably since birth. And it actually, I think, freaks people out because very seldom am I going to be stressed about something. Very seldom am I going to react emotionally to something. I just take things for what they are. So if there was a deadline or something, particularly with Preeminent Soul, that I wanted to meet and I didn't meet it, then so be it. You know, I look at what went wrong and I try to work towards alleviating those sorts of problems in the future, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it because it's not helpful, and I can't change it, especially if said deadline or said goal already passed. So I definitely take things for what they are, and that also means I take my skills for what they are. So there have been a couple of times where I've wanted to create really cool videos to advertise Preeminent Soul, and that's just not in my toolkit. It's not in my toolkit, and I am okay with that. So that means taking things for what they are, knowing myself, also means I know when I need to outsource things. So for the most part, the videos that, if you've seen any of the videos on Preeminent Soul, Instagram or social media, I've outsourced those, and I'm okay with that as well. In a previous video, I talked about being able to kind of manage every part of my business. And while I can create a video, it's not going to look like the ones that I've paid someone to create. But so I don't mean so much of like the details of that. I mean like the big pictures in terms of knowing every part of my business. So I do outsource things. I've outsourced videos. I've outsourced some design things, and they've just taken a little bit off my plate and have helped me focus more so on things that I really need to make sure are fine-tuned. I also don't strive for perfection. On my PS Love Jess page, or my Jessica P. Soul page on Instagram, I posted about how striving for perfection is stifling. If we were to wait every single time we wanted to do something until it was the exact way that we wanted it to be done, we would never get anything done, especially since we live in a constantly changing world. There's always going to be something newer. There's always going to be something more innovative. There's always going to be something that we might feel could fit this particular thing even better. And so if we're waiting for all of that to kind of come to a beautiful beginning and end, we'll never do it. So I don't strive for perfection. I definitely strive for quality, and I achieve quality, and I do my best, but things don't have to be perfect, and I am 110% okay with that. Another huge way I'm able to kind of maintain all of these things is my husband. So my marriage is a true partnership. And some people may be surprised because I think I might have mentioned I'm married to a Nigerian, and there are lots of stereotypes on both ends of, both ends there, right? There are lots of Nigerian stereotypes of Americans and American stereotypes of Nigerians. And it's funny, like people laugh sometimes when I tell them in terms of gender roles, like there are some things that are gender specific in my household, but those are more kind of finance things and things that my husband feels like a man should do, and I don't have a problem with that. But in terms of like household duties, it's a true partnership. My husband does the laundry, he washes dishes, he cleans. He's actually more kind of type A around those things than me. He mops, he sweeps, he dusts. Like he does all of those things. There's not an expectation for Jessica to be constantly doing those things. There's not an expectation for him to come home to, well, we both work, but we were in the office, like there's not an expectation for him to come home and there be a hot plate on the counter and the house be spotless and the kids be changed. No, because I would literally lose it. Shout out to all of the moms who might not have a partnership like that, because I genuinely don't know how I would maintain if that was how I had to do things. So a true partnership, it really is. We really support each other in ways, and there, you know what, there are things that he is better at than me, and so he really leans into those things, and I think that there are things that I am better at than him, and so I lean into those things, and it just really works out nicely. And there's no reason for me to get stressed or to feel overwhelmed necessarily, especially about household responsibilities, because it's an ebb and flow. We're kind of like water. We're fluid around that, and it works out really, really nicely. The third way that I kind of maintain who I am is I always, and I tell students this because this is important, I implement by increment in so many things in my life, but especially wearing the hats that I'm currently wearing. So with my business, I have so many thoughts, so many ideas, so many areas that I want to explore, so many things that I want to kind of put out there, but there's no way I'm going to do that all at once. Number one, it would be crazy expensive. Number two, it would be crazy taxing on me. And so I am okay with rolling out the things that I can handle. I mentioned before that Preeminent Soul is, I mean, my husband definitely helps me, but he's more kind of the behind the scenes. Like he has organized our kind of inventory space, and he does that. But the day-to-day Preeminent Soul is really all me. So rolling out so many things that I feel like I can't keep my head above water just won't ever make sense, and so I won't do that. So implementing by increment is something that I always, in every aspect of my life, try to do, because it's important to keep me level. And then something else that I do is I take time for myself. And that can be a challenge because right now my 3-year-old, he doesn't want to go to bed until like 11. But once I get both of them down, I really try to do things that I enjoy. I like to watch HGTV, but I really like to watch shows about Alaska. I don't know why. I like to watch House Hunters and things like that. But I also read. I really enjoy reading, and that's actually been one of the things that I've struggled with since having children, is reading for leisure, not necessarily for research or for work. And so that's something that I really want to get back into. Something else that I'm going to pick up, and I haven't. I've put the ball is rolling, but I just haven't done it yet, is I'm going to pick back up piano lessons. I love music. When I was younger, I played multiple instruments, but the very first instrument that I started out with was piano. And I want to pick that back up because I miss it. I have a keyboard. I have someone in mind that I'm going to work with, and I just need to make sure that I can devote the time I need to practice so that I can improve. So, you know, I do those things that I enjoy mostly once the kids are asleep. But if we're all here and I need to take a break, or I need to go grocery shopping and have some alone time, then I do that, and it's not a problem. I also like to buy things. So if you're familiar with the 5 love languages, my love language is receiving gifts. And while my husband is not the best gift giver, I can give myself gifts with his money, you know? So I do buy myself things if there are things that I want, and I feel like I deserve it, which is always, why wouldn't I buy it? So, and those just kind of keep me going. You know, my most recent gift that came in today was a set of pots that I'm excited about. They're really nice, and I got a really good deal on them. And it was one of my Christmas gifts to myself because, again, why wouldn't I? Treat yourself. If you don't, you should. Let's see. And the last thing is I have fun. Like, I have fun with my friends, all 2.5 of them. No, I'm kidding. It's really like 3.5. And every time I think about increasing my friendship circle, I get on social media and I'm like, no. But that's another story for another day. I laugh a lot. I laugh with my friends, with my family. And those sorts of things bring me joy. And so they help keep me going. So all of those things kind of working together harmoniously keep Jessica being Jessica. And for me, if you know me, one thing that is crazy important to me is consistency. Consistency within myself and consistency within those that I am very close to. Even if they weren't working harmoniously, I would really strive for consistency because, like I said, that's important to me and it's important for me and other people as well. So that is kind of the long short of how I maintain or manage like I said, being a wife, being a mom, working a full-time job, and being a small business owner. So if you have questions about my setup, and one day I actually might bring my husband on here because I think that would be hilarious, and I think people would enjoy it. So one day maybe you will meet him. But if you have questions, as always, let me know, and I will be back next week with a new topic. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.